Welcome to Outside the Algorithm. I am your host, Samuel Patrick. Today we're going to be live with DJ Candy Raine doing a little Q&A. And when I say Q&A, that means you are invited as well. So if you have questions, comments, whatever for Candy, drop them below in the comments. But not only that, you're welcome to join us on screen too. So if your camera ready and you want to join the convo, just let us know. We'll shoot you a link and we can bring you up here as well. First things first, though, I'm wondering where y'all are tuned in from. I know I'm in Los Angeles, California right now, and I know that Candy Raine is most likely in Atlanta, Georgia, but possibly in Chicago, Illinois. So drop that in the comments. We want to know what's going on, where we're reaching. The record so far is, I know we hit Afghanistan, and I feel like we hit somewhere in Asia at one point, but we've gotten global, so we want to keep that running. So let us know where you're tuned in from, and please, in the words of GIs, share the live, share the live, share the live, share the live. Whether you're with us right now or you're watching the replay, the more the merrier. We've been feeling the momentum build in the background, and if we can just keep it rolling every time a little bigger, a little better, it's going to be a beautiful thing. We're heading into summer. It's spring. We're blooming, all that good stuff. This is a follow-up to our new episode of Outside the Algorithm. It just dropped. We talk about Candy's approach to life, DJing, fitness, the Carefree Black Girl podcast, and so much more. It's a lot of laughs. I'm expecting more of the same today. If you want to watch that, it's just one video back on our YouTube, and our members have access to an extended version at www.lfodlife. But now, welcome to the stage, ladies and gentlemen, DJ Candy Raine. What's happening?
Woo! This is cool. Hey.
Hey, you. And look, yo, shout out Wise Gazette. Brooklyn.
What's up, Wise?
DK all day. Let's go.
Let's go. That's my guy.
Shout out Wise.
Yes.
Well, welcome, Candy. What's happening? Where are you?
What's up, Sam? So I am not in Chicago yet. I will be going there later on today. I am currently holding it down all the way in Atlanta, baby.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
That's what I was thinking. You saw me go through my little wardrobe change at the beginning. I think this is my last time wearing this shirt. I've worn it a lot, but I got my no face, no case. I got this down in Atlanta at the True Listening Party down there. Yeah, shout out my guy Ron Beatty bringing me through Pandora. So I gotta, do the Atlanta thing. Louis V. Duffel. We're out here.
So we got the Atlanta brands on. I got one too. So this brand is called Broke to Dope. One of my fellow podcast sisters, she owns this brand and she does a whole bunch of other cool things with music. So that's that. And then gotta rep Boston. So This is my guy Keith. Oh, sorry. This is my guy Keith. Lifted Smoking Goods. He has a cannabis accessory line. Definitely check that out. But repping both of my cities in one,
Hell yeah. Yeah, they actually sponsored our Cypher series during the pandemic. So shout out Lifted Smoking Goods. Long-time listeners will be aware.
Yes.
That's fire. So we got you in here. You're on your way to Chicago, though, right? That's why we're doing this special midday episode.
Yes. Thank you for being flexible with me. Yeah, I'm going to Chicago to celebrate my friend's 30th birthday. We have been friends since college. So 2010, she's a year under me. So 2010. So over 10 years of friendship, man.
Wow.
And I love a good reason to go to Chicago. Like, Chicago's one of my favorite cities ever.
I've still never been.
You have to go. You have to.
I know. It's got to happen. Do you want to shout her out? Do you want to do a birthday shout out right now?
Yeah, why not? So let's give an early birthday shout out to my baby girl, Megan, aka Juicy.
Happy birthday.
Yes, she is turning 30 and she's actually opening up her own nail salon in Chicago called Tips 312. So if you're in that area, please go check her out when that opens up. But happy birthday, baby. I can't wait to see you.
Oh, wow. This is it. This is it. This is the energy we needed here. Happy birthday, Megan. 10 years.
Thank
It's the
you.
anniversary,
yes.
too.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's awesome. I'll have to stop in for a mani-pedi when I do go to Chicago. Now I have my first destination. I was probably going to go see that stupid bean thing. No, I'm going there.
You could go there after, but definitely get your
nails. And
done,
I'll put them in the reflection. I'll say just got these.
I love it.
We're with it. Yeah. So we talked last time we spoke, and this is one reason we do these Q&As, is sometimes a little bit of time goes on between interviews and stuff. We spoke in March of 2021.
Yes, we did. Yes,
and it was dope because we got a lot of the backstory and we got a lot of your mindset, but I'm sure things have changed a little since then.
Yeah, for sure.
Anything major that you'd like to I have a few specific questions, but what's been the biggest thing since then for you?
Well, we did the interview in March of 2021. I turned 30 about 3 months after that. So my birthday is June 12th. So I am doing this interview officially in the 30 Club.
All right.
My bones and everything cracks all types of crazy. Y'all were not lying when you said when you turn 30, your body kind of changes on you. Like, I'd say I've done a lot more interviews. Interesting that we're doing interviews now, but I've kind of branched off. And before I wasn't really doing any interviews for my show, but now I am. And I'm looking for a DJ residency. So I have one online, but I'm definitely looking for one that is outside, weekly, monthly, whatever the case may be. I just don't want to have to be stuck playing trap for 6 hours. That's my only thing. I do not want to have to be in that for 6 hours. But nothing crazy. It's been a real transition.
So, Candy, I don't know if it's on your end or mine, but it got super glitchy there. If someone in the comments wants to let us know if you can hear Candy or not, because I can't. I lost most of that. I heard you want a DJ residency.
Oh, okay. I did see that your thing was going blinking. Can you hear me better now, though?
I can hear you now.
Okay. So what I pretty much said was that my new thing that I'm doing right now is kind of keeping my eyes open for a residency, a DJ residency. Previously, I was at members only, doing those types of things, and I was there every Wednesday. I also was DJing at Crew for a bit, and shout out to them. It's still all love. But again, just kind of looking for some different fun places to DJ where I have a little bit more freedom of being able to play what I want versus kind of being stuck in a box.
I feel that. And you travel too, so you're open not just to Atlanta residencies, correct?
Absolutely. I would love to, if I could get a Boston residency once a month somewhere, I would take advantage. Shoot, I'm even open to New York. What up, Brooklyn? So, anything that makes sense for me, I'm always open to, for sure.
Yeah, and we talked about this more in the interview if people want to see it, but you did break down the differences in between regionally, what works and what doesn't. Like, you get to get in different bags in Boston versus...
Yeah, so I mean, just the songs that you play in Atlanta are going to be completely different from, majority of the songs that you play in Boston. Boston is a lot more Caribbean based, and Atlanta is a lot more Atlanta based. So, I'm not going into a Jay-Z set when I'm, spinning in Atlanta, but I can totally do that when I'm in Boston. So, those little things that you have to be aware of.
And I was watching like some footage of Members Only when I was putting together your interview, and I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been in Atlanta I left last April and I stopped in real quick in September.
Right.
But like I was kind of like, ooh, Atlanta was pretty lit. I might need to get back over there. Like you just always text me when it's raining. So like you're like the main person I talk to, and you're like, it's raining again. And I'm like, maybe I don't want to go back. But then I was looking around, I was like, some beautiful women, a lot of like
good
hookah,
food,
a lot of music I like. I see the food.
Yeah, remember we went to JR Crickets and got us some wings, man. I love Boston to death. And I will always consider that a part of my home. But something about Atlanta does it for me. I lived here before I moved to, Cambridge, technically, if anyone wants to be the technical police.
They do.
Yeah, but it's like I'm repping for the whole city one way or the other. But yeah, man, Atlanta's where it's at. I mean, even, on days like this, we were 80 degrees last week. Y'all got snow. Well, not y'all, but Boston got snow.
They did.
So yeah, come on back whenever you're ready, Sam. Come on back, baby.
I'll be back there actually in about a month or so, probably. So it'll happen. It's just fun. People are friendly. It's fun. I don't like. It's just everyone wants to have fun more first. It feels like.
It's Southern hospitality. Growing up, I didn't really understand the grasp of what people meant by that, when they mentioned just passing. But absolutely, definitely Southern hospitality. I mean, you could just walk down the street and nod your head at someone, and people will say "What's up?" back. Versus if you do that in other cities, they might be like, "Who's this?" or "What was that?" So,
yeah. Do I know you?
Yeah, it's the little things that I appreciate,
Yeah, shout out Brooklyn. You're definitely not doing that in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
a light nod, maybe, but
you're walking to your next destination because you got somewhere to go.
There's money to be made. He said just play 5EO and you're good.
That's right. Just getting going all day.
I was thinking the other day, like Alicia Keys now has like multiple New York City anthems. I mean, it's really her and Sinatra, I think, at this point. Like, and I don't know if he can compete. Like,
listen, you know what's gonna smack? I like that because they're gonna grab Alicia Keys. I don't know where she's at now. She's probably in her late 40s, but when she gets 60 and 70, them young kids are gonna grab her for one more New York anthem, and it's gonna go crazy. So
she's certified legend for eternity at this point,
Keys and the Braves and everything. So yeah, shout out to my good people in Brooklyn. I'm definitely coming to see y'all in June for the Carefree Black Girl Tour. Believe it.
And look at that transition, because I wanted to talk about this. I know that there is a Carefree Blackout Cookout Tour, Carefree Black Girl Cookout Tour going. Let me get it right. I know you're at South by Southwest first, right?
They are. I will not be, only because I'm going to be in Chicago this week. If not, I would totally be rocking with the gang. But if you're going to go by Southwest, check out our stage. You are not going to be disappointed. You'll never be disappointed coming to a Carefree Black Girls tour stop. So, pop out if you're out there for sure. But yeah, South by Southwest is the first stop.
Do you want to let people know what is planned for the rest? Because I went to the LA one, which I believe was your first time out of town.
It was. It was my first time doing the LA. So I've never been to LA. And by the graces of God, Carefree Black Girl just happened to have a tour there. So it gave me every reason to go. So we will be coming back there. But yes, I have our calendar in front of me, actually, so I can give people a heads up of where you can expect to see us. And thank you. So in March, you can definitely check us out at South by Southwest. Die Burger is going to be our headliner. I hope I said that name right. But she's definitely a popular girl out there getting her name popping. So go check us out. In April, we're going to be in Charlotte. So this would be my second time going to Charlotte with the gang. Love it. The energy is always amazing. In May, we're gonna be in Philly. What up, Philly? Excuse me. Now in June, like I mentioned, we're gonna be in Brooklyn.
Let's go.
And we're gonna be in Brooklyn the day before my birthday. So we're gonna be in Brooklyn June 11th. I don't know if I was supposed to that, sorry, but we're gonna be in Brooklyn in June. My birthday is the day after that. So y'all gotta come out and show me some love. It's gonna be a great time. Now we potentially also gonna be at Essence Fest. So y'all just gotta be on the lookout for that if we are, but that is the plan. So that's June. In July, we're gonna be in LA and in New Orleans. So I don't know if it's June or July. I don't know what day Essence Fest is, but we're potentially gonna be there for that. Let's see. August, always Atlanta. August is always Atlanta. And it's hot, but that's okay because we always have water and we always provide food. So if you come to a tour stop, don't fret. You know, we're going to take great care of you, but the Atlanta one is always great. My favorite thing to see is the girls double dutching. Every tour stop that I've visited and been a part of in Atlanta, the girls always pull out the jump ropes, and it just brings me joy to see the girls being so carefree. So, almost done. September, Savannah. So we're going to hit Savannah. We always, after Atlanta, we hit Savannah, which is a deeper part of Georgia for those who may be wondering why it's separate. Savannah is about 5 hours away. So, you know, we could drive to Savannah. We could drive to North Carolina in that time. So, you know, driving to Savannah is a different thing. October, I am actually trying to bring us to Boston. So, Boston, people, be on the lookout. Y'all are hearing this exclusively right now. I definitely mentioned it slightly in passing and hinted at things, but my goal is to be able to bring a Carefree Black Girl tour stop to Boston. Even if it's just one, that is my goal. So for October, that's what we're looking at. Nothing planned for November, and then hopefully December, we're at Art Basel. So
where?
Art Basel.
Art Basel? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So we were supposed to be there, I think, last year, but things just got really hectic for us towards the end of the year. So we're pretty much booked for each month. And if you need to hear those tour dates again, you can simply just follow us on Instagram. That'll be the best place at Carefree Black Girl Inc. Or you can follow us on Twitter at CFBG Pod. And we frequently are updating, looking for vendors, looking for artists, looking for DJs. So, you know, if you're a Carefree Black Girl, identify as one, you know, please definitely, you know, be on the lookout because we're coming to your city, baby.
And I like how you broke down, once again, if y'all want to see the interview with Candy, it's one video back, and literally the intro is her breaking down the essence of Carefree Black Girl. And I really like that. So watching it again, too, I was like, she did say that. That's awesome. you know?
Thank you.
And to clarify, do you need people to tap in with you for Boston, or are you already have that in the works?
I have an idea of people that I want to work with, of course, but I'm always open to working with, you know, whoever's interested and really wants to add to the Carefree Black Girl brand, right? We're not looking to, you know, ruin what we've already done, and we're not looking to, you know, we have a good following, so we want to keep that going along. So definitely going to be looking for certain artists, definitely keeping my eyes open for DJs. I would love to find a young Black woman DJ, because I already have two in mind. So, you know, but yes, absolutely tap in with me if you think you want to be a part of the October Boston Carefree Black Girl Stop. We are going to make this happen one way or the other.
That I'm with it. And it's at my Candy Raine _ between my and Candy on the Instagram.
Yes.
Hey, and listen,
That's
even if
new with me. Sorry, they deleted my Twitter page. The last time we talked, I had a whole different Twitter page. They got rid of my baby. So yes, that's my new one.
I put the little flashing update in the video so they
Thank
know
you.
now. Yeah, you got hacked, didn't you? You were.
You know what? I wasn't even hacked, Sam. They got me for copyright infringements. They said I had too many. And it's like videos from like 2015, 14, when like
BMG has been slowly scrolling through my content, and I'm hoping it doesn't happen to us because I'm like,
God.
what? Why did you take that mix? Like, it's just happily been living there for so long.
I went back and tried to delete stuff so that way I could avoid that. And actually, it was August 25th because I was supposed to do a step for Aaliyah's death anniversary. And I go to log on Twitter to go promote my thing, and you can't log on, you're suspended, blah, 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 blah. So that day I had to create a whole new account, and here we are. So follow my new page, please.
I kind of like My Candy Rain. It makes you. It's not. You're more than a DJ. We established that already.
Yes. Thank you. And I'm coming up on my 10-year anniversary of me DJing this year. And they say it's good to rebrand about every 5 to 10 years, depending on what you're doing. And I felt like I was kind of in the need for a rebrand. So I'm happy that you said you like My Candy Rain, because I was kind of iffy about, do I just want to be Candy Rain or do I want to add something to it? But I figured with the song, it literally says My Candy Rain. So people would maybe be able to easy or associate my name with the song.
It's kind of possessive too. People are like, that's My Candy Rain.
I like that.
And everyone gets to say that. Yeah.
I like that. Exactly.
It's a personal experience. That's fire. Shout out to the.
Well,
everything has a reason, good or bad. So
yes, and that's how I took it. I kind of, I've been on that Twitter page since I was in high school. I had a lot of super inactive people anyways, and I was trying to figure out how I could get rid of them being my followers, because what good are inactive followers? I don't care about the big number if there's not engagement to match. And, literally 3 weeks later that happened. So I was mad at first, but I said, you know what? I was trying to figure this out anyways. And, that's what we got. So I'm cool with it.
But shout out to everyone tuned in who is getting messages. Nobody wants to Cash App you money. There's nobody who knows more about Forex than somebody else and is going to give you the secret. I got a fresh new scam this morning. I haven't even got a chance to open it and block it, but I saw it while we were talking. They're like, Instagram business. It was actually copyright related, but they hit a bunch of my group chats and shit. And they're like, we noticed that you have violated copyright. Like, click here. Don't click anything unless myself or Candy Rain sends it to you. It's spam. Your friends love you, but not enough to DM you a link to make money on Cash App.
Absolutely not.
We've lost a lot of good people in the last year. We've lost a lot of good people. So our thoughts are with y'all. But don't click those links.
Don't click those links, y'all. Come on, man.
I talk to the scammers. I love it because they message me and I'm like, all right, how do we know each other then? They're like, it's me. And I'm like, it's not. And they always respond, okay. And I'm like, good luck, bro. I hope you make a bit of money before they catch you, I guess. Like,
good luck.
You're already in. So yeah, it's not happening here. Where I noticed part of the rebrand too, you've been going off in the photo shoots. It seems like everything you're involved with just had a photo shoot this year.
Yeah. Timing is crazy. What's actually funny and what most people might not know about me is I'm actually pretty camera shy. I didn't start taking selfies until after I graduated college, and my girls were like taking selfies all day. And I'm like, I don't want to be in front of the camera. Like, I almost had like a drug dealer's mentality about it, which was weird. But yeah, with photo shoots, I just think it just helps me have good content. And I saw a tweet about this the other day. It's like, it's not really to show me off, but it's for my brand. Like, I need to look like I'm doing something. I need to make sure I have professional photos for flyers, for things like that. I don't want to just be dropping flyers all day on Instagram had that moment, didn't like it. I don't, I want when you look at my page, I want you to see me and be able to get an idea of what I do, minus the flyers. So even if you just look at my regular pictures, whether it's from the Playbook ATL, whether it's from my personal training, whether it's Carefree Black Girl stuff, like you'll kind of be able to piece all of the things that I'm doing there. But, I'm camera shy, but I do have fun when I do them. And shout out to my photographers because they make it so easy for me.
Yeah, you do look like you're having fun. And
yes.
Now that you mention it, you do look like a little maybe more comfortable in each set.
Thank you. I'm trying.
You have to do them to get them out of the way. Like you have to, it's like being on stage. Like nothing can replace the hours. You just have to touch 100 stages, you know. You have to do it.
That's it.
It's fire. Welcome out here. And that's a good point too. It's weird with the flyers. Like we obviously need to use flyers to promote the show and stuff.
Right.
And we put people's faces on them, but I know how fast people are scrolling, and they don't. A flyer isn't usually gonna stop them.
No,
they'll stop for a face, for you, for something having fun, a video. Captions are really nice to grab attention, but it's a tough game.
It's a psychology game, and you have to play it, especially, I'm a DJ, so, I'm kind of posting some type of flyers frequently, and I don't want to lose people in that. And I still want to show myself, you know what I mean? So
I like the bow wow. I like where you're going with it, like the funny photoshops. Like do the funny photoshops. I feel it.
It's just about having different content. I don't want to just be putting out content to say I'm putting out content. I want it to be enjoyable. I love that people absolutely love the bow wow one. And I have fun making it. And just little things like that. I guess to associate me with it, knowing that. I'm a fun person. I don't want people to think I'm stush. I don't want people to think I'm super serious either. Just being creative and having fun and having different ways to promote yourself. So
I like that too, because if you were posting pure selfies, it'd be like I don't know who you'd get coming to your shows, but probably people who just want to be in your face, Whereas the other one's like, oh, this would be fun,
like the aesthetic. I like her vibe. She seems like she's gonna have a good time. Like, that's what a burner page would be for. If I want to post my selfies all day, but this is more of a business. Exactly. This is for people to come, and this is my website, right? Like eventually I'm gonna get my own website, but this is my website, so you come to it and you get to see it, all things Candy Raine.
Awesome. Yeah, that's dope. I'm loving it. I'm definitely tuned in.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna get to one of your shows. It feels like we might be trading places over the course of the summer and stuff, but I'm gonna get to one of your. I gotta get to another gig because LA was dope. And shout out. We're dropping an interview with AJ the One.
What?
In April, linked up with her after seeing her at your Carefree Cookout or at the Carefree Black Girl Cookout. Let me get it all out there. So shout out to AJ the One, and then also linked up with Yoshi Vintage. So something coming with her as well. So.
See, and for me, that's what about being on the Carefree platform is about. Being able to not only highlight myself, but other Carefree Black girls, because there's so many dope ones out there. And, look at that. Like, just by you coming to the event and supporting me, and a big thank you to that. You absolutely did not have to do that, but I appreciate you, and I'm glad that, you were able to get something from going there, right? So outside of just seeing me, you were able to build connections, and that's what it's really about, so.
It was dope. I got to be in LA, let some LA people know about a thing. They came through, had a great time. We had some good drinks, heard some good music.
Yes,
sir. It was nice for sure.
Thank you.
I don't know if you want guys there, but there's a lot of, if you're looking to meet a Carefree Black girl, there are a lot of them at these events.
So we actually don't mind the men coming. We want them to come. The thing is, you have to recognize that this is a Carefree Black girl space.
Right.
So there is absolutely zero tolerance for any type of disrespect towards Black women. We don't want to hear them being called bees. This is a LGBTQA friendly platform, so there's no homophobia, like none of that. So if you're comfortable with just watching Black women be themselves and be free and you enjoy that, come, because you're going to have a blast and you might meet your wife. You never know.
That's a pitch right there. Yeah, it was. Everyone there was like cool and doing their thing for real. So
We just be chilling, man, having a blast.
that's awesome. I'm excited to see more of those.
Thank you, thank you.
So I have a couple. You know what? I have a few spicy things.
Come on with
One,
it.
Atlanta. Did you see these flying spiders in the news?
Yo, I've seen them. I'm not ready for it because I already don't like insects. So this is not gonna do insects.
They said there's 1 million in Georgia already.
Not ready for it. I'm not. But I step on things with no problem. So
they said 10-foot deep webs. They buried it in the article. They led with the fact that they can fly for 100 miles using their webs as a parachute. And then if you keep reading, they say they have 10-foot deep webs.
All right, they're getting really bored in their science labs. I'm going to need them to relax on releasing new insects and animals for a moment. Can we get over COVID and whatever else that we're in war right now? Like, we don't need flying insects in Georgia. We already have flying roaches. Like, we don't need any more flying animals.
I'm going to check in with you, though, because I know. So the funny thing is I've lived in Atlanta from October to April. I've never experienced that middle piece. And everyone is like, it's mosquitoes everywhere and blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to check in to see if there's less mosquitoes because of these spiders, which I may end up being friends with them in the long run, if that's the case.
Well, maybe. As long as they don't fly on me and they're not poisonous,
they're not poisonous, and they're going to post up and build a massive web. And then you just
burn that shit. Like, no.
Okay, so you would prefer mosquitoes to spiders. Is that where we're at?
Well, mosquitoes. I can't to a jumping spider with a parachute web. That sounds like, pretty intense. I don't want that.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. So, and then this is kind of spicy.
Uh-oh.
Depending on where you want to take it.
Okay.
You,
yes,
Miss Candy Raine,
yes,
have some of the hottest hip hop takes I have ever heard. And you've always been reluctant to put them on record because some of them are like really like flaming hot. Spice. Do you have like an intro level hot take you're willing to put out into the universe?
Wow. I'm trying to think of a hot take that I can think of right now. You know what? I know we talked about this before, and I'll put it out there now, because kind of whatever about the pink lady. One of my hot takes or one of my theories is that this is going to be interesting to see what happens from this. I don't think Nicki Minaj wrote her Monster verse. I know that's one of her most iconic verses ever. I love it. I still do, even if she didn't write it. But as I've gotten older and I go back and listen to that track and more and more and more, it sounds like Jay-Z wrote it. Jay-Z has ghostwritten for a few people. One person that shamelessly has said this is Snoop Dogg with that Still DRE. So it's like, if he can make Snoop sound like that, why can't he make Nicki Minaj sound like that? And I don't know, y'all, just go back and listen to it. I'm not coming from a hater's perspective. I'm just coming from an artist's ear. Haven't really heard Nicki put together a verse like that since. So if I can do one hot take, my hot take would be I would probably put money on it that they would write her Monster verse.
Do me a favor. Say that last sentence one more time. She's like tapped into the internet. She definitely scrambled it. Let's get it for the camera one time.
Okay, so my hot take is that I do not think that Nicki Minaj wrote her Monster verse. I think Jay-Z wrote it.
Wise is not having it. He refuses.
Listen,
refuses.
I was in denial for a while, but listen to the cadence. Nicki Minaj doesn't rap like that. Pull up in a monster, automobile gangster, with a bed that came from Sri Lanka. When has Nicki ever gave us that type of cadence of flow? But you can hear Jay-Z saying something like that. Come on, y'all. Trust me. I don't want to take this away from Nicki, but I got to call a spade, or whatever I think is a spade is a spade. So that's my hot take. You know.
That's pretty hot because that's like, she's had a lot of iconic moments, but that's where she, for the hip hop heads, that's where she like stepped into another world.
That's where my beef is. As a true hip hop head. And again, you know, if Jay-Z did write it, awesome. I'm not taking that away from her because the verse is a verse and Nicki had to deliver it and Jay-Z had to write it a specific way for Nicki to be so iconic. But, you know, I don't know if she wrote all of it. Maybe they helped. Maybe they co-wrote it or something like that. But, you know, I don't know. That's my hot take. I'm okay with being wrong, y'all. But I'm just going based off of my ears. And, you know, it's a hot take. It's spicy. It's spicy. I know.
Are you... So that would be interesting. Like a few things if we could get the research on this. Mm-hmm. Were they all in the same studio session? Because if they were in the studio at the same time, you could say maybe he was like, what if you did and just gave a little thing?
Right.
But if he wasn't in the studio, it goes in a much different direction. Because you can see how in the studio, what if you said this, you know, a line here or there?
100%.
But you think the whole thing, not just that intro part. You think
my hot take has somewhat progressed. I am open to saying that maybe he helped with some of it. Maybe it's not the full verse, but I don't think that she came up with that all the way on her own. I will say that. I will say that.
Okay. You've turned the temperature down a little bit.
Just a little bit, but you know.
But it's still
I don't need the barbs coming after me, really.
Oh, they're on their way. It's too late. I'm already like, we're chopping just that. I'm taking my face out of the frame. It's
okay. I'm willing to. I can fight. What's up?
Yeah. Well, it's funny because she goes. She's someone who goes pretty hard on people who
don't write their bars.
Don't write their own stuff. So otherwise, I don't think there's like Snoop. Who cares if someone
and
writes for Snoop?
Like, I don't necessarily care.
And he's been open about that too. He doesn't get like he's an entertainer at a certain point.
Right. Well, my thing is, it's like I said, I don't care if he did help her or if he wrote it all the way. That's just what my ears hear. Like my DJ, my producer, my engineers hear. Like every single time I play that verse back, I'm like, this sounds like Jay-Z said it. Like. You know, so I don't know.
Yeah, we need to get. I think this is how we'll prove this. We can make a viral video real quick. We need to get one of those Jay-Z impersonators to rap the Monster Verse in their Jay-Z impersonation, and that'll put it out there, and we'll have it for sure. Peace, shout out everyone tapping in. We'll have it locked in. This could be. Thank you. You might have given us our viral clip.
Oh,
you know, but that's why I rock with you, Candy, because you are a hip hop head. Like we've talked about all sorts of different types of hip hop and flavors, and you know what you're talking about. So
thank you.
So I always look forward to those conversations, and I appreciate you sharing that one.
Absolutely, why not?
That should keep things warm for a little bit.
I think so.
Although Wise is only giving you a 5-degree turn down. Still saying it was.
I mean, it is. You said it was going to be spicy, and it is a hot take. So you know that.
Yeah,
it's hot.
It is pretty hot. We love it. It's funny because the ghostwriting thing is so interesting. I get why artists are on that wave for sure. 100%. These are my words. I wrote them. Like it's a foundational thing of hip hop, but when it comes to pop or almost any other genre, and like once you get that big, like there's rooms full of people. Like there's no other genre that has like singers sing songs they didn't write all the time. But hip hop is such a like expression of self, and if you're with that, I understand why it's like, no, I would never. But at the same time, it's kind of cool that we're acknowledging, yeah, it happens, and you don't need to be mad at it. And I'm hoping we get to a point where it's cool if you don't. Actually, I don't know how much heat I want to step into, but I don't think it's funny how you find out someone had one song written and it throws out all their credibility and their whole catalog.
Right.
I think it might be okay if, we worked together on that one and that song came out fire. I write all my other stuff. It's interesting that once you find out you had one thing written, it throws out all your credibility almost.
And that's, I guess, what I don't like, because in reality, people are in rooms. I've been in rooms with my rapper friends and I'm like, yo, don't say that, say this instead. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't think it's an issue. I think where the problem is really is if you really front like you're writing your raps and you're doing this and you're all this ill, and it's like, yo, you got somebody in the back writing everything for you. What are you talking about? That's my issue. Now, if you're like working together and maybe someone just writes a whole song for you with you in mind, kind of like what I think Jay might have did for Nicki, kind of related to Wise's comment, and we'll kind of touch base on that. But I just think that there should be a little less of a taboo feeling around ghostwriting, because the reality is people get ghostwritten for all the time.
And the artists talk about ghostwriting all the time. Like, there's people doing it, and
if I can pay somebody to think for me, and if I'm busy, if I'm an artist, if I don't have anything that's inspiring me at the moment, or I'm not in a creative space, I might call Jadakiss like, yo, I got 20 bands for you. I got this concept. Can you cook something up for me? Why not? Like, I don't understand. You know what I mean?
Well, the other thing is, I think people sleep on like how much talent it takes to be a quality studio musician, a quality studio performer, a vocalist in there. It's very different from live. It's very different from doing it at home. It's very different from writing it down. So there's people that can write crazy, but maybe there's someone that can deliver it better, and that song can go. So there's a lot of talent to be, if someone can write something on a piece of paper and you can execute the idea at a high level and make it fire, like, there's people who can't make their own shit fire. So like,
some people would say that about, and we talked about this, Gilly, he's very popular now for podcasting, but he was a part of Cash Money. And
I was going to say, not the first Young Money accusation. I think that whole camp has them, right?
That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, even with Safari, there was rumors that Safari was writing for Nicki. So, Drake had the thing with Quentin Miller. It's just like, I don't know. It's just weird. I just want people to. All I care about is good music. Honestly, I don't really give a damn who wrote it. At this point, at 30, maybe back in the day, I was a little bit more of a purist. But at this point in time, just make freaking good music, man. Right. And you're right. Like, sometimes, to tie things back, that was the kind of the thing. There was rumors that Gilly had ghost wrote for Lil Wayne. And they were like, well, if he can make Lil Wayne sound like that, why he ain't popping? And it's like, well, sometimes somebody can do your swag a little bit better than you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, as far as Wayne and Gilly, I don't know. I've had my ups and downs feelings about what happened with that. I've had enough hot takes for this show.
Yeah, because I would probably tend to argue a little harder against you on.
And I'm not mad at people who, feel whatever way about it, but I think it raises a lot of questions, and it goes back to just what you said. Sometimes some people can deliver your style better than you. I mean, we heard it with Quentin Miller. Again, he had these references for Drake. If he put that out, we wouldn't have been listening to it, but Drake did, and that's one of our favorite projects as a society. So,
Yeah, the game is the game.
Right.
Speaking of which, Wise is saying, I think you're reading the difference. It's a big difference between signing a contract and writing for her. Like, Jay, the writing is a bag right there.
Yeah,
versus the contract is a lot of work, a lot of other things. You have to deal with Baby. Like, there's a lot of other stuff involved.
Right. Well, my thing too is, and I'm trying to like go back. If I'm not mistaken, I think they said they were in the studio together because it was said on, as promo, it was said that once Kanye heard Nicki's verse, he had to go back and change his. So, again, I could be wrong, y'all. I don't know. But again, this is just a hot take. And I just if it ever came out that was the case, let's just say I wouldn't be all the way surprised.
Yeah. And Wise is definitely on board with Gilly. So 1 for 2 with him. One of your only one hot take in his mind.
I feel the same way, Wise, but that's okay. We still love Lil Wayne.
We absolutely love Lil Wayne. Come on.
Yes.
So that was scorching. We'll have to follow up on this and see how it goes. Before we get out of here, I just had a few things. This is Women's History Month.
Yes.
Okay. I want to thank you. This is 2 straight years you've launched the month for us with a custom exclusive LFOD mix,
Thank you.
You were March 1st, literally the first day of the month this year.
That was exciting. Yeah, that was really exciting.
I'm going to put you on the spot one more time.
Come on.
2 more times, actually, but one platform, one question.
Okay.
One topic. So, Women's History Month. Is there a woman in history that you think doesn't get enough shine, that should be celebrated more, that inspires you?
Oh, what a wonderful question. I'm definitely trying to think off the top of my head. Maybe a few years ago, I would have said Missy, but I think we've done a great job at giving her flowers over the course of the years. You know what? Remy Martin. Okay. I think if I'm just thinking music wise, Remy Ma, as we're speaking about Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, I'm sensing you might have a problem with the Queen.
No, well, I don't have a problem with her, but I don't like her as much as I once did. But that's not influencing these thoughts. Like, I've had these thoughts way before I start. I just want to clarify that for the audience because they might be like, oh, it's like, no, like I've been sitting with these thoughts for a while now. I just have the platform to kind of say them now. But I say that to say, when Remy was coming out, she had the song Conceited, which was a banger. Right? Anybody who's 25 plus, you play that song in the club right now, girls are gonna get excited for it, right? She also was a woman, who she dyed her hair half black, half blonde, and she had like this whole look going on. And people forget that like in 2007 and 2008, she was kind of influencing all of these things. Now I know she went to jail for, a particular reason. Minus that, to me, that kind of adds to her. But, minus that, I think that people have forgotten that she can rap really well and that she was holding her own, before she went away. And that's kind of when Nicki stepped in. Like, Remy was kind of doing her thing. And then again, they even had their own little beef real quick and then she got locked up. So if I could just think music wise, I definitely think Remy is someone who should probably get her flowers a little bit more. She does battle rapping and she just started her own rap battle league called Chrome 23.
Okay.
She came out of jail and turned herself into a media, hip hop media person. So, she was on State of the Culture and Revolt. And she was doing a couple other things. She's doing TV now. So, I just think that she's a woman that sometimes people forget that, she got some accolades behind her and she can actually rap, right? Like minus, some of these other girls, like Remy can rap. You might not like her songs. Maybe you don't feel like she's on beat, whatever. I've heard people say certain things, but you cannot take away from the fact that lady can rap her ass off. And I would just like to, hear more people throw her in the mix when it comes to things. So off the top of my head, that's the first person I could come up with.
Shout out Remy Ma.
Yeah.
And then the follow-up is to fast forward it. Who's someone like right now that you think is making history that people want to tap in with?
Great question. Who is someone? All of the women are part of the Carefree Black Girl brand for sure.
Yes.
Shameless plug, but real talk. I mean, our CEO Kwana, she's a rapper too. So, outside of, running this dope organization, she raps. And she's a hell of a good rapper too. I'm slightly her official DJ, so we perform together multiple times, and I have a pleasure with her doing so. And I think if she gets the right look, that she could really take off. My girl Nika, who does the Broke to Dope stuff, she does a lot of PR and music things. And everybody else, shout out to everybody else who's a part of the team. Wow, I'm trying to think of who's doing it right now. On a small scale, I'll say someone like Rico Nasty.
Okay.
Just because I can see her, people really, really like her. She's different. She's an emo chick. She's a rock star chick, and she kind of has somewhat of a different crowd than your typical, someone else would be. So I think that she's going to be someone within the next 5 to 10 years that, we could look back in this interview and be like, oh, damn, like she really did, do some things. I mean, she's on plenty of festivals going on right now. She can rap, so I think that she will be someone that, will definitely, be seeing her make some iconic moves within the next couple of years.
All right. Yeah, she's young too. I don't think people realize how young she is.
No, she's like 23, 24, 25, one of those ages. Like, she's super young. So it's like she got a lot of time. And for her to be recognized, and again, she's getting she's getting on all these festivals and stuff now. It's like, if you're doing that within like 5 years of your career, imagine the next 5 and the sponsorships and the things that you'll be able to do if she cares to do them. Some rappers just want to rap. They don't care to do other outside things and be so iconic. But I would hope that she wants to continue to make her mark in her lane in this time.
I think she'll be around for a while, unless she just gets pissed off and is like,
this
sucks. Because I could also see her just being like, this isn't worth it. Like, I'm gonna go raise my family or something.
So that's how, like, if she, continues to care to just stay true to herself, I think that Rico Nasty will 100% be someone that does so.
I don't know how close they are, but she rocks with Baby Mother, and like Baby Mother's kind of like someone who's stuck to herself and done it, and she's older and doing it, and like, so she's probably getting good advice. I mean, they have different career paths already, but as for that like sort of angle, like she's probably getting good advice if she needs it or wants it.
I would think so. If I'm not mistaken, Baby Mother performed at a Carefree Black Girl event too. It's so funny how all of these things.
Really?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me, but quote me if I'm right.
She's right there in Chattanooga. She's not far.
If I'm not mistaken, she performed at least one show. So,
Oh, that's man. All right. So you never know who you could see at a Carefree Black Girl cookout or other event. Like, you guys have your ears to it. And shout out Kwana. I didn't realize Kwana was the CEO of the squad there.
Yeah.
She also is the photograph of your playlist that we dropped. So shout out to her for having some good photos. If you didn't hear the Candy Raine LFOD mix, that's on our site right now too. You went in 57 minutes and 3 seconds of music. It's all there.
It was fun. Yeah, I tried to do a little something for the ladies, since it's Women's Month. And how often do you really get a chance to hear a mix of just all women kind of rapping their ass off? So, I wanted to just do something a little different.
We appreciate it. Before we get out of here, do you have anything you wanted to talk about that we didn't?
No, I think we covered a lot. I'm gonna go duck and hide once this finish uploading, because I know the barbs are gonna end up coming to 5B soon. Barbs, I come in peace. I want no drama. I love y'all. I love you, queen.
You're saying it as a fan. We know it's coming from the place of a fan.
It's coming from love. It's coming from love. But
nothing but love.
No, thank you. You asked some amazing questions. And it's always a pleasure chopping it up with you, Sam.
Absolutely. Look forward to doing it again in person at some point. I know it'll happen.
It definitely will.
Have a safe trip. Get to
Thank you.
Chicago. Wish Megan a happy birthday for me.
I will.
You know, well, 30-30, let's go.
Let's
And
go.
yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Appreciate everything. And thank you, Candy. Be well.
Thank you. Y'all see y'all soon.
All right. Peace.
Peace.
Shout out to DJ Candy, Raine. If you enjoyed that, please, I got to ask one more time, please share this with at least one of your friends, 2 if you really liked it, 5 if you're rocking with us. That's whether you're tuned in live or after the fact. This is really a community effort for real. You already see how we're connecting dots there between CFBG and LFOD and y'all and everything in between. It's been real cool seeing things grow organically. So we want to keep that up. You can get more info at www.lfodlife, where you can also become a member so you stay tapped in and have access to extended and exclusive content, including the full DJ Candy Raine video. Right now, you can go on YouTube and you can watch the 15-minute one, but there's also close to an hour of our convo with Candy. I enjoyed it. She enjoyed it. I think you will as well. We appreciate y'all rocking with us. Shout out everyone tuned in. Shout out Wise, keeping the comment section rocking. Shout out to LFOD Squad. Shout out all our members for making this possible. Peace.